Yes, my name is Andrew Grayson, your host. Not really as ever at the moment, but your returning host. Because I am, yes, in Pantoland, and as Craig Welland put it, I had fucked off for a little while, but I had to come back because we today are talking about the biggest show of 2025. Whether you agree with that or not, we're going to get into those details. We are here to talk about all things part 1 of the release of Stranger Things Season 5. And joining me, we've got a full fucking house. It's been a while, lads, since I've had a full house anyway. We have the Iceman, Baby Boone, Josef Boone.
All right, Andrew, good to have you back, brother.
We have the Triple Marrow Man. He is Craig Andrew Mooney.
Hello, here to fill the polysmack position for this series, I think. The grumpy boy in the corner. That's me.
And speaking of the smacky one, he is Polysmack Post, isn't it?
Hey, it's a full smacking house tonight, and Polysmack's feeling chipper.
Oh, good.
Oh.
That's what I like to hear. So, as I said, yes, I have been at Panto. Not only am I doing Panto, I'm moving house. Two of the most stressful things that you could have individually, and I thought, let's do that together. But I had to find a wee bit of time to do this wee podcast with my pals, because we wanted to talk about Stranger Things. Craig, you were shaking your head that it's not one of the biggest. Realistically, whether you agree whether it's good, bad, or indifferent, it's one of the biggest releases. It's the final season. It's Stranger Things. Everybody's talking about it. Spoilers are everywhere, and just so you know now, this will be spoiler talk. We will be there's no rigmarole at the top. Oh, do we like it? Do we not? It's all spoilers from this point out. If you've not watched Stranger Things Part 1, Season 5, 4 episodes, if you've not watched them, fuck off and watch them and then come back and listen to what we've got to say. But yeah, it's one of the biggest shows. We have to admit that. Come on now.
It's pretty big.
Yeah.
Pretty big.
It's pretty big, Craig. Come on.
I don't know how to put this, but it's a pretty big deal. That's an Anchorman reference. Anyway.
Speaking of big deal, we actually need to talk about something before we get into Stranger Things that is somewhat Stranger Things correlated. Warner Brothers has been, or is in the midst of being purchased by Netflix. So Netflix are then going to own all of Warner Brothers, so that means they own DC. That means for Paul and me, Netflix, who showed WWE, now own the rights to HBO Max, which shows AEW. What does that mean?
Oh!
Did you not notice?
That was a bunch of letters.
No, I remember that.
That was a bunch of letters there.
Oh.
So yeah, what do you think?
Batman to WWE confirmed?
Question mark. Roman Reigns is the Riddler.
Bat in the ring.
Even better, Christian Grey in WWE. They own the 50 Shades film series as well.
Wow.
That's what we want.
Bring
also,
back
you can have a WWE Looney Tunes crossover. They own Looney Tunes.
I mean, they've already done Scooby-Doo, so that would make sense.
That would be awesome.
Bring back the fucking brand panties match. That I say. Bring it back. Attitude Era WWE. Yeah. No, I'm joking. That's terrible. So yeah, what do we think about the landscape of things? Like, do you think this means a lot? Like, we're starting to see a lot of this kind of shit where it's like one big entity owning so many.
We're now on the slope to falling into the abyss of a megacarp, where really every single aspect of your life is going to be monetized, and you, as a little groundling, will just have to deal with that. Do you want to watch TV? Pay for it. Do you want to open your fridge? Pay for it. Do you want to give your dog a cuddle? You gotta pay for it now. That's what's gonna happen. Sorry. Jeez. That's my view on it.
Greg has entered the chat. Deary me.
Sorry. The spirit of Greg Shackleton possessed me there for a second.
Yeah.
No, he's not.
Oh, Greg. Miss you, mate.
Because again, it comes to that point now where if one big major network owns everything, then there's no competition and there's no... Like, they can make whatever they want, and you're starting to see, like, even... You're seeing a lot of... Insiders are saying that people, like, especially with Netflix, like, you need stuff... We want you to write scripts that spell everything out that as it's happening, because there's going to be people watching TV while they're on their phone. So it's just giving us, like, less interesting TV and stuff like that.
Yeah, Netflix really are the sort of champions of you don't really have to pay attention to what's happening on the screen while it's happening kind of content. That isn't to say I think that...
Is it cake? There are literal moments where I swear to God, they're like, "So Diane, what are you doing now?" "Oh, I'm just basting my cake with some frosting," and then it is absolute brain rotty. My beloved girlfriend absolutely adores it. It is brain rot television.
But isn't that the program where they like make things look like people or things and then cut it with a knife and they're like, "Is it cake?"
I'm slagging it off, but there are points where I'm going, "That's a real microwave. That microwave's real. Don't cut that one." Like, I get into it. I do.
It's just I can't wait for us to live in a world where we don't actually own anything. We're just leasing it from
you will own
mega
nothing.
Companies.
I'm already doing it, mate. At least my car.
Like a Switch 2.
Yeah,
Switch 2.
Yeah, that's what it's going to be.
Buying a house on Klarna. That's the
Oh
next thing.
yeah, that's the one.
That's horrible. That's such a horrible thought.
Tell me that's not going to happen. We're not political. Anyway, right. Enough about that. It's going to be. It'll be interesting. There's not really much news other than Netflix are buying Warner Brothers, or taking over Warner Brothers. So we'll keep our eyes out. That's maybe.
I'll be interested to see. I'll be interested to see how interfering they become, because obviously we have like HBO, as we know, is like the gold standard for a lot of stuff, and I'm kind of just interested to see how much like kind of license, for example, even if James Gunn with DC, are they going to get to keep that license to do what they want to do? Is Netflix going to interfere? I mean, Andrew, you make a good point about is it cake and all that kind of shite, but like for example, I think one of the best TV shows this year has come out on Netflix, and it's not Stranger Things, and I keep saying this, boys, Last Samurai Standing, and that is something you've got to watch. Mainly because it's subtitled, but yeah. No, this is like
not Takeshi's Castle. Can I honestly tell you? Can I fucking tell you how good?
Actually, you know what?
Takeshi's Castle was back in the day.
Honestly, I'll agree
that
to that.
Show.
Because you also had Craig Charles like commentating
Brilliant.
over it as well.
No, it wasn't Craig Charles. Was it?
It was Craig Charles.
No,
yes.
Craig Charles did fucking Robot Wars.
He did Robot Wars, but he also did Takeshi's Castle.
Takeshi's Castle.
Yeah.
Fucking what a show, man! What a
was
If I'm wrong,
Takeshi's
get in the
Castle?
comments.
Was Takeshi's Castle like it's a knockout?
yeah. But
No,
well
it's
better.
like
No, nothing was better than it's a knockout.
It's more like abuse these Japanese people and fire everything at them full pelt as really hard as you can, and then like faceplant them. It was so good. The skipping stones.
it was like they need to run through the wooden door.
All of it was fucking brilliant. Top tier. And do you know what, Craig? Thank you. You've made me want to go and watch Takeshi's Castle. Thank you very much.
So if we can get to 100 subscribers by the end of the year, we're going to put Paul through a Takeshi's Castle run.
Oh, do you know how much
You
money
find
we
it. You find it. I will run it.
So, quick. We wanted to talk about that. We're going to give you some quick housekeeping stuff for the podcast, and then we're going to get into Stranger Things. So, podcast, the guys are killing it. They're doing The Mighty Nine. It's a Dungeon and Dragon series. Watch that. It's already up on the YouTube channel. I think they've got 5 episodes reviewed already. Give that a watch. The guys are absolutely killing it while I'm away. Today's a Stranger Things review. We're going to try and do some movies. I don't think we've only really got Avatar and Zootropolis that are still to come out this year. If we've got time, we'll try and do that. But what we will be doing either at the end of the year or the beginning of next year, we'll be doing our top 10 movies. We'll be doing our top 10 most anticipated for 2026. And of course, we will be rounding off and beginning the new fantasy movie draft. We have, I believe, two more movies to come. One belonging to Joseph and one belonging to Paul. It's all to play for. Everybody's in with a shout of something this year, whether that be finishing last,
Of something.
first,
Apart from me. That's what it said. What? I'm gone.
Still be movement.
We do have a movie to review as well that is coming out. Craig's expressed a lot of interest in this. It's the second Five Nights at Freddy's film. I think he's really excited
to
see that film.
I think it's done quite well, hasn't it?
It's done so. It's got 14 out of 100% on Rotten Tomatoes.
11.
You know, that's for
audiences love it.
It's 11.
It's 11, yeah.
It's 11.
Fuck you.
You know, it's a little bit more than I was expecting, so that's quite good.
Yeah. Still in double digits, you know.
Yeah.
So, as I say, we've got lots coming to the podcast. We're trying to make things work. The guys are absolutely killing it while I'm away doing Panto, and I'm going to try and get as much like very soon my schedule becomes much more rigid and structured, and I'm not away as often. So we will be getting as much content to you as possible. Do us a favour, hit the subscribe button, get us up those. I think we're 2 followers away from 100 followers. That would be fantastic to reach before the end of the year. But everybody watching, everybody paying attention, everybody that's following us on social media, go to YouTube, hit subscribe, and join in the conversation. Right, enough rigmarole. Let's get to Stranger Things now. Stranger Things Season 5 is releasing in 3 different parts. The first part released on the 26th of November. Second part is releasing on Christmas Eve. And the final episode releases on the 31st of December. We are going to be talking about the first 4 episodes today. Full spoilers. Who would like to begin?
It's good, isn't it? I've been enjoying it. Like,
It's all right.
It's like, I think season 1 was like this big thing because it just hit so big at the time. People loved it, got into it. And I think 2 maybe didn't quite live up to 1, but it was probably still up there. And I think 3 is where a lot of people fell off.
Yeah.
But 4, my goodness, came
Myself
back.
included.
And then I think 5 is keeping up with the level of season 4, if I'm honest. I think it's good. I'm not sure if it's going to be better than season 4, because I think season 4 was...
Who's the biggest Stranger Things fan here?
Probably me.
Is it Paul?
Somehow.
So
Might
I
actually be
don't
Paul.
I don't dislike Stranger Things. I think Stranger Things is overrated in the sense that everybody's like, it's fucking amazing. It's not. It's good. It's good. It's good TV. My quick review for this series so far is, why are they all 40? Like, it's taken too long for this series to be done. They all look so old. And it's like, oh, we're in high school.
Millie Bobby Brown has a child.
Yeah.
She's got a child.
She does
now.
have a child now.
and
Yeah.
she's married.
Yeah.
I'm like, fucking hell.
So they're all
I'm
supposed to be
fairly
16.
Oh my
Not
God.
one of them look fucking 16.
I'm fairly certain there's a couple of them that I'm like, did you shave before this scene? Because I'm pretty sure I can see
No,
this
there's
double-
there is one of them that didn't fucking shave before this
Yeah.
scene. Lucas.
Yeah, Lucas
But
has
yeah.
a full like 5 o'clock shadow going.
Yeah, look,
Yeah.
it is what it is. Look, it's just that the series is taking too long to finish, so now they all don't look like, and I think it's quite detrimental to some parts. I don't think the dynamic between Dustin and Steve, works as well now, because it was funny because he was this wee tiny like 10-year-old, 11-year-old, whatever it was, and he was being cheeky to Steve. Now it's just 2 adults fucking squabbling, and I'm like, that's not cute anymore, and it doesn't really like, I still
It's
like the
become
characters.
old married couple, hasn't it?
Yeah, exactly. And it's, I mean, I'm going, like, it's not bad, but I'm going, this isn't what this was. Like, it's not the same. My other note is Sadie Sink is by far the best actor in this series, but like by a country mile. She is. I can't wait to see her in the MCU. I'm so excited for her to do more stuff, not just the MCU, but whatever else she wants to do. The new young girl that's playing, is it Holly? The little
Yes.
sister.
Oh, yeah.
She's great.
She's been good.
She's doing well.
She's good.
Yeah.
She is so good. And then the last note is they've finally made Will an interesting character. And it only took them 5 fucking seasons.
I was going to say the same thing. Yeah, no,
Only took him 5.
No,
And again,
I'll disagree with that. Like, Will
No.
was an interesting character.
No, he was not. Right. Again, it sounds like I'm shouting on. I do enjoy this show. See if I see this anymore, especially now. See if I see this anymore. His fucking stupid neck. I don't give a fuck about him. He's so miserable and moany, and I get that's kind of what they were going for, and we will get into that kind of in more detail when we talk about episode 4. But yeah, I didn't like Will as a character, and I was like, all right, cool. Now he's got something at least.
I think the problem with Will beforehand was that he was playing the part of what's his face from the Hangover series, the one that always gone missing, kind of thing, and they had to go and rescue him, right?
The groom, yeah.
The groom.
Yeah.
It was basically that, and that was basically just his part. And then I think they kind of maybe didn't know what to do with him for a bit. So it's nice that
that's
they've
exactly
got a clear idea of what they want to do with him now, because it does kind of make sense. So.
Yeah, I think they maybe had an idea. It was just like, right, we need to kind of just like vamp in the middle with them until we get to the end, and then that's when this kind of stuff can happen.
Yeah, so I think Will kind of filled the role of like the classic trope of it's usually a parent, for example. Like, have you ever seen the show Supernatural, for example? They are on the hunt for their dad. The dad is missing. The absentee parent of some kind. Will kind of filled that role as well, of the missing person that they wanted to find or help or whatever it was. And then when he comes back into the show, it's odd because he shouldn't be in the show, because the show was established without him. Yeah. For the majority of that first season. So it's an odd presence to have. And as Paul says, they don't really know what to do with him for a little bit. Yeah. But I think I think the only positive I have, really, or major positive I have from these first 4 episodes, is what they've done with Will. I think it's a really good thing to show his transformation, his character development from, obviously, for reasons why he's developing in this way, what's spurred this on. And to be honest with you guys, I was sitting there kind of like the whole way through, but when that moment happens at the end of episode 4, I will lie, I cheered. I genuinely was like, yes, fuck yes. I was really happy about that part, but the rest of it,
yeah, I didn't really cheer, but I was like, oh, cool, you're interesting now. Like, you're like I can't, like I'm not joking. Like, see this stuff. There was one of the episodes, I think it was episode 2, where I hate Winona Ryder's character. And again, I think it goes with the age thing as well.
You wash your fucking mouth out right
listen
now.
To me.
You
no,
wash
wait, listen,
your mouth
listen.
out right
She's fantastic.
now.
She's fantastic. She's a wonderful actress. She's great. But Will's 40. And she's getting it. Keep my boy safe, and I'm like, it's not believable. He's not 6. He's fucking. He looks 24.
You've missed the point of that. She's still trying. She's still seeing him as a wee kid.
No, I get. Look, I get the point, but what I'm saying is, it's taken that long. He's not 16. Even at 16, that's too old to be mothering him like that. However, he doesn't look like a child anymore. I'm just like, it's if you've ever, like, again, well, I'll talk about Still Game until the cows come home. It's the Martin snowball scene. It's Martin was like, oh man, we'll go home and we'll have a snowball, won't we? I've not got snowballs. No snowballs, I've got an Empire biscuit. I want a snowball. He's a 40-year-old man. He doesn't need his ma taking care of him. I don't like that. And now he's interesting to me because of what happened. But yeah, to me, look, I think this is a really well made show. I think the CG is great. I think for the most part, the casting's really good, but I feel as if it's very samey. Every season, it's run away for the Demodogs, then the big bad comes, and then we're all going to split up and we're all going to do our own separate things, but then we'll need to all come together by the end, and there's somebody behind a big metal door that we need to find out who that is, but it's not the person we thought it was, and a lot of that, like, yeah, if you know what you're getting into with Stranger Things, and again, I feel as if I'm coming across quite negative. I enjoyed the 4 episodes. The 4th episode I thought was great. The 4th episode was a lot of fun. But this is where I get the whole it's overrated thing, is because I'm going, if you've seen one season of Stranger Things, you've seen every season, because it's the same kind of
That
dynamic.
is the point.
Yeah, it's kind of it's become a little bit like Saturday morning cartoon. It's like we know there's a bad guy, we know the heroes are going to fail, and then by the act 3 of the episode they will win. For me, it has fallen into like fan fiction territory with the writing. For some of it feels like some of the characters have regressed back to like early seasons. With some of how their portrayals, the weird Steve Jonathan dynamic, like fighting over Nancy, where has that come from? It did remind me, however, I remembered the pull-out joke from season 3. Great joke.
Oh, there's some terrible humour in this, especially in episode 4.
The humour's poor.
Awful.
Very poor.
Do you know? No, wait. Can I use this moment to bring this up? It took me completely out of the show. See, when they were doing the whole Tom, Dick, and Harry thing. We need to follow Dick. I was like, this is bad. This is really bad. And then they were like, we found Dick, but it's pretty hard. And I was like, this is awful.
No,
and then
so that was fine. That was Wayne's.
No, it wasn't. It wasn't. That was terrible. But then the next thing made it the worst thing that's ever been written in television. They made it sound as if it was a really cool line for Lucas to say, and he's like, yeah, well, I'm going to make it soft. And I was like...
That was weird. Yeah, that was... That
going on, guys?
That was weird. I also found like the established lesbian in the show making "I like dick" joke was like that was weird. That didn't land. Strange. The world building is good. The set design, the costume design, the music, lovely. I think the Duffer Brothers really excel with transitions in between scenes. The cinematography is beautiful.
I agree. Yeah.
I just think it's gotten to the point where the characters have grown up too much, and it's no longer feeling like kids on bikes.
Yeah.
Where the adults aren't listening, and now it's like the fate of the world is in our hands. Where as opposed to like Hawkins, the town. Where
this is my biggest problem with Stranger Things as a whole, but it's more so this season is so unbelievable because of the age, right?
Aside from everything else you've said.
How are they not all dead? No, I actually really enjoy this show, but how are they not all dead? Like, see this when it's like, oh, the military are now in, and everything's like fucking, like we've got camps and like everything's like there's barricades and fucking Joyce and all the Waynes just the money can get them anything they want and they can keep up with it. I really like the 4th episode, but see the bit where not Will, who's Will's fancy man? Mike, when Mike has got the other children and he's like, eyes here guys, I'm going to get us through this. I'm like, how are you qualified for this? Like, how do you think that you can run about a war zone with fucking demodogs and the military that, again, there was no crossfire.
It's gotten too big.
Oh, it was so... but this is my point, is I'm going, the stuff with 11 and our dad Hopper. Yeah, that's cool. I can believe Hopper going up against the military. He's military trained. They went to war and all that kind of stuff. And like, you know,
is that a retroactive thing? Was that established before? Has that just cropped up now for him?
I don't know.
Obviously, it's been like 10 years since any other.
Who knows, man?
Content.
I
felt like it came out of nowhere.
I do vaguely recall.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah. I will say the military portrayal in this show is weird. It sucks ass. It feels like it's coming from like the perspective of a kid.
Yeah.
As opposed to like, look at how out of the depth the kids are. It's like it feels like Saturday morning cartoon, really, where the villains are making stupid decisions, and it's just not landing in the way I think I want it to land and was excited for it to land.
Well,
I think also that Hop should have died and stayed dead way back when.
Correct.
Possibly,
I'm kind of
but
disappointed we didn't get a big death in the first 4 episodes.
I was almost expecting
and
that
a
myself.
very weird fake out as well.
The thing that made season 4 so good was that they really went in on the sort of horror aspect. It actually kind of became scary again. Because the first Stranger Things has got some scary bits to it, but season 4 doubled down on it, right? Yeah. And they've kind of went for it here. There's a couple of really good scenes with like the Demogorgon and whatnot, but the stuff with Vecna and the killings in season 4 is kind of the best part of it.
No.
So
best one was in this season 5 episode 4. See the last kill that Vecna does before he talks to Will.
Oh yeah,
stab someone in the face,
like through the.
Yes,
that was good.
That was gruesome.
I disagree. I think that was like more for shock value as opposed to
Same.
gruesomeness.
But I like that.
It felt everything else has
been
a little bit neutered, and I think that was kind of like the one pop shot they got for this.
Because season 4, they did the scenes like the one I always think of is it's the one in the caravan, and it's just like things. The black goon stuff just start. It was like hot, and it was like tension, and it built up. That one wee bit, it was cool, sort of shock value. Also, because they kind of built up that military guy's, he's the good one. He might actually help them. And then nope, dead. But we've not had that to the same degree. We've had it with like the Demogorgon chasing the mum and the dad and whatnot. Now I think they should be dead. Like, I don't think they should be alive.
I didn't want them to die. Like that was genuinely a moment. Like, oh no, I like them. Like, especially that the dad's hardly in it, but his wee scenes are always dead funny. And I was watching it with Rosie, and I said to her, I was like, they're not dead. I was like, you've not seen a body. As soon as you don't see a body, they're not dead. And then obviously you got the whole writing down Henry's name and all that kind of stuff. I liked that death though. I liked that Vecna kill because again, it's like there's only so many times I can watch somebody fucking Jedi hand movement and like just swipe somebody away. That was actually brutal. Like that was him just like taking a life. It wasn't him just like. Even when you see him doing the mind trick where it's like he makes them float and all the body kind of contorts and breaks and all that stuff, he physically impaled that man's brain and then bring it back. I liked it.
He did do that, didn't he?
So he did. So Craig, you said the only kind of salvageable thing was what did you say again? Fucking panto brain, man.
Will getting his powers.
Getting his powers.
The end of the end.
So
Yeah.
do you want to kind of talk on that, and then I'd like to kind of steer us into a way because again, we always do this. It's something that we like, and then we go, this bit was shit, and we didn't like that bit. But we're going to talk about the positives of what we've enjoyed so far in the first 4 episodes.
Yeah. So I mean, I appreciated the conversation with Robin beforehand, because obviously that is a kind of thing that would have happened back then in that time, and even more recently as well, where you have this kind of older role model of someone who is LGBTQ, like someone who you can look up to, and it's kind of I can see. Yeah, okay. And if you will,
we had when they cast a Little Britain with us right now.
Hey, lady. They all find that, but I love the gays. They're my favourite kind of people.
Oh my god.
Paul's hiding. I've never seen Paul hide before. Right. So Robin obviously passing on that kind of like, I've been there, I know what it's like, I'm now kind of seeing, being who I really am, and it kind of fed into kind of Will's arc, and it is a big part, I think, for someone who's like that, who doesn't know who they are, trying to find themselves in the world, especially back then. And it tied into his whole arc of like, well, who are you? And when you become who you really are and who you want to be, that's when you can, be your best self. And his best self obviously includes these powers and being a sorcerer and having this cool epic moment at the end. So I appreciated that arc, and I think as someone who, like Andrew, I didn't see the point. I didn't like Will as a character that much. Again, like Paul, I think they kind of underused him and didn't know how to use him. So I think to kind of have that scared little boy in season 1 and 2 become this, I think is probably dare I say, the best arc of the kids in the show.
Yeah.
To be honest with you. And I did like it.
I'm going to give the Duffers the benefit of the doubt. I think they did know that this is what they wanted to do with Will, but realistically, you have to give him those 4 seasons of being that little fucking... Because I don't know if this is actually what's happening or if this is a theory, but Rosie brought up a good point where it was like, is Vecna or Henry abducting these kids to make his own version of what happened to him in 11, to give them all like powers and stuff and like develop them like his own kind of army or whatever. I was going, that's
to remake the kids in his image
essentially.
Type thing. Yeah,
but
that's cool.
What I did like though is that speech. So one, the character design of Vecna this season is fantastic. I was like, yeah, you've upped it. You've made him look even more sinister. Fucking looks great, terrifying. If you're a kid watching this, like I'm doing Panto the New Way, like there's like minis in our cast, so there's like 12, 11, 13, and they're all talking about Stranger Things. I'm going, if I watch this as like a 13-year-old, that would Vecna would terrify me. Mm-hmm. But I loved the speech where he was. He's like, you began this all, and the reason I'm taking all these ones is because they're all fucking pathetic and sad and easy to break, and you were the easiest to break. I broke you, so I didn't even fucking break a sweat to get you where I wanted, and then that made me care. Like again, it's all it took to make me care about Will. Was to go, he was a fucking loser, and just like that, he saves all his pals, he saves his crush. Like it was great, and it was really like oddly refreshing in a way where I'm so bored of that, but I was just like, oh no, I really liked that. That was cool. That felt powerful rather than the same fucking scene that we see all the time when Millie Bobby Brown just lifts her hand and somebody goes flying into a ceiling. But yeah,
forget the
I thoroughly
nosebleed.
enjoyed that. Oh yeah,
Oh,
we got the
no-
nosebleed. That's good.
It's why are they wiping
I
their nose
also-
like that? Why is it like smearing it across the face? Just like
How would you do
get-
it,
Because
have a fucking tissue with me.
brother?
if-
There's a fucking
Well,
volcano.
Use your sleeve.
just dab.
Use something.
I
Just like
stick the thing up the nose
just-
and then yeah.
If you
No, no.
sorry,
I'm an-
Eleven has done this. She's done it so much that she knows her nose is going to bleed.
trick.
I'm an old school 7-a-side thing. I'm a just fucking all it out. That's
Oh, fuck me. No. Oh, yeah.
Right, let's get into more things that we enjoyed. Is there anything? I know Craig, you said there was nothing else. Is there anything you guys want to talk about?
Well, I
I'd
like
to talk
Jimmy.
about the
I like
cool bit
Vecna.
Okay.
for the
big
but-
Vecna.
What do you want to go with first? Vecna, open it. What do you want to do?
Let's do the
No,
cold
I just
open.
talked. You go for it, mate.
Go open. I like what they've done with Robin as a character now doing
Yeah.
a radio station as part of some sort of like weird underground resistance. I like the her and Steve dynamic is fantastic. There was a weird bit at the start where Steve did look at her when she was like, "I've got a date tonight," and I'm like, what are you trying to imply there with that? Maybe it's just a little thing. I think Maya Hawke is killing it as Robin. I think she's doing a fantastic job. And I love how they're the world building of using the radio to plan their crawls and plan their like excursions into the Upside Down and try and find Vecna.
That's her
I
third
think it's
season.
brilliant. This is her third season. Yes, she joined in season 3. Was there? Season 4, season 5.
I'm not disagreeing with you, but again, I feel as if we're treading over old ground because again, we got another moment where she was talking to someone, and they were like, "It's like, oh, sorry, yeah, my mum says that I've got a tone that makes me," and I'm like, "We know that's who you are. We know that you're a fucking dry, like humorless person, and that's just your pet. Like, we know you don't need to tell us again. We've been here. We've done this."
But remember, it's been like a million years since the last season, so they
Since
do have
anyone
a-
has seen this.
No,
Yeah.
no, we've all rewatched it. We've all watched
No,
the
we haven't.
recap. We know. Well, I did. But you get my point. Though. We know
Full
that character is that.
Crazy man. You know what? She actually really reminds me of someone. I'm trying to think of who. It's like maybe Uma Thurman or someone. Like she's really
she's got
similar.
a wee bit of Uma Thurman. I
Yeah,
can
a wee
see
bit
that.
there.
Mm.
Yeah, I could have to see that.
She's quite reminiscent of
Actually-
Ethan Hawke as well.
I'd say that too. Yeah,
Yeah.
Nah,
yeah.
no, I wouldn't say that.
And you know what this bit is reminiscent of as well, viewers? It's reminiscent of a joke that I made in our in our little chat that they have just stolen from me. So thank you very much, you fuckers.
Bring it to the
I don't believe I did that, Joseph. I was with you there.
Me and
I
Craig, we
stayed
did
quiet.
That joke, and then these two little fuckers, these little poachers,
Yeah.
have taken it from us.
It's
You're
fine.
just gonna leave it
You know
on
what?
the table. I will
As
take
long
it
as they
from
know.
you.
Nobody's seen it.
As
There's no
long
proof.
as they know.
As far as the people know, that was a complete.
That was off
Uh,
the cuff.
well,
Yeah.
Fuck it,
Jo-
I'm editing this.
Joseph-
Like, I'm gonna.
That's
I'm
what he thinks.
timestamping and putting
He's in
it-
charge of the edit. He's gonna
Screenshots.
put it up.
Just be careful with what else. Just redact quite a lot of stuff in that chat. There's a lot of stuff.
Don't worry, I won't put your selfies in there,
Yeah,
Andrew.
thanks.
Don't worry.
Thanks.
Yeah.
Appreciate it.
Thank you.
No one needs to see the piercing.
Paul's, not mine. Okay, let's talk about Vecna.
Big Vecna, Harry Vecna.
He's had a glow up.
He has.
Yeah.
He's
had a
been
glow
on the what's the oxycodone or what's the celebrity weight loss drug?
Mounjaro.
Oxycontin. No.
Yeah,
no, that's-
he's been on that. Ozempic,
No, he's
yeah.
not. He's bulking. He's on the
Ozempic.
fucking creatine.
No, have you seen it? He's now Dorito shaped, mate. As
Yeah,
compared
that's
to the
what I want
previous
to
seasons.
be. I want to be Dorito shaped, big shoulders, wee waist. That's what you want.
Yeah, but it's like, he's in an extra large on his shoulders, but on a size 0 on his waist now.
That's what you want. I'm telling
It's a
you.
cool
that's
design.
what
It's a cool, very supernatural design.
Everyone
And I
loves
really
the
like
Dorito shape.
I like the Lady Gaga style spikes coming out of his shoulders.
Yeah.
That's
I'm a
That's
French fry shape. You know those French fry crisps? That's me. I'm a French fry shape.
Please type in the comments what food you are. Your body type is.
what food shape are you?
the bug from a bug's life.
Good.
I-
Stick with eyeballs.
Do you like the sort of Wonderland house that he's got for Holly to wander around in? Like when he's presenting himself as...
I mean, all he's
that was his
missing is
house,
the
wasn't it?
tracksuit and the cigar. Really, at this point.
Speaking of which, have we all watched the trailer for 28 years
Bone
later?
Temple.
The Bone Collection. Yeah, we've got that to look forward to next year.
It's a bit weird. Obviously, it's like they've explained his plan, but I'm just like, this is getting weird.
Especially when you
it.
combine
I think
it
he's
with
doing a great job, though.
Concept.
Especially
I
when
think
you
Jamie Campbell Bower's doing a great job.
Yeah,
He's doing a great job.
Great job. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I love
then you-
this stuff. I love the stuff with him and Sadie Sink. Like, see when Sadie Sink was doing, when she was telling her story about how she was trying to escape and all that stuff. Like, he looked so sinister when he was just like kind of chasing her down and stuff like that. The thing that's got me most intrigued about the season overall is Vecna and the Upside Down, because the Duffer Brothers have come out and said we're not going to lost you. We're going to explain the Upside Down. We're going to explain everything that happened, and they've kind of introduced this thing with a cave where Vecna can't go, or Henry can't go into this cave, and that's where Sadie Sink's kind of hiding out and stuff like that. So I'm very, very interested to see more on that side of things. So yeah, I think the one thing I will say that they are doing incredibly well is the main villain, which is a really good thing for a series like that, is having that interesting villain.
See, when Max appears on the screen, you first just see her, like, her boots coming to shot and the big tattered trousers. I thought it was
Eddie.
Gonna be Eddie, yeah.
Eddie.
And I was like, oh,
He's busy.
Eddie.
He's too busy for this shit now.
I think we might get a wee Eddie cameo. I think
he's dead. I don't think he's coming back.
I think he's dead, but I think we might still get a cameo the same way as we got Billy cameo.
Maybe a wee like a Dustin, looking and seeing him type thing, yeah.
I think we'll get something with him. He's too beloved, and there's been I'm sure he got questioned when he was doing the Fantastic Four junkets, and he kind of didn't give an answer, but he didn't give a no. And I'm going, if you weren't, fucking Andrew Garfield denied he was in the Spider-Man movies for fucking months, and then he was in
he was legally obligated to do that though. Like,
but I think I think you're legally with this as well. I think we'll get an Eddie. But I love that stuff with Vecna. What about you, Craig? You kind of piped up. There was something else that you wanted to talk about that you liked.
No, it was just his performance. I just think he's doing such a good job of in both, like, you know, both being him as himself, obviously in the Henry kind of scenes and stuff where he's kind of obviously taking the young girl through the house and stuff, and, you know, like coming to all these kids in their visions and stuff. I'm liking that aspect to it. I'm glad he's getting a chance to kind of show himself off as he looks, because obviously in these situations, as we all know as actors, if you're stuck in that fucking suit all the time, and, you know, and not actually getting to show your face properly and scenes and stuff, it is quite soul destroying at times. And it is epic as well, but it's also, like, for your show reel and things like that, it's difficult. But so I'm glad he's getting to show himself off in those kind of scenes too. But I think he's absolutely terrifying as Vecna. That, like, he's properly intimidating. Yeah. And I think, especially epitomising the scene with Will at the end, it was just so well done, so sinister. And yeah, I just think he's a highlight of the show that's going to come into it at such a late point as well. As I say, I think the big part of season 4 being so good was him. I would say, and giving us that kind of good villain at last. Cause I think it's always kind of teased before. Who's the big bad? Are we going to get this big bad? It's always kind of just been like a faceless monster to this point. Yeah. So to finally have this, I think it does work, and it makes the show better for it.
What do you think of the very first scene of the series?
What was the first scene?
The very first. It was sort of like a flashback to.
It was CGI Will, young, like de-aged Will.
PlayStation 5. The PlayStation 5 section.
Will, yeah.
Mate,
yeah.
my missus made that reference. I didn't even fucking make it. She was like, this looks like a PlayStation 5 game. And I was like, it does, doesn't it? That was awful. That was terrible.
It was poor CGI, and it felt very bad touch watching Vecna do that.
You and me, like, baby, ain't... Oh, no, sorry.
No. I don't think the scene was needed. It felt uncomfortable for me watching it, at least.
I think that's good though, right?
Because I don't. I don't know.
It's when you put him in the cocoon and shove the brainworm down his throat.
Yeah, you should be uncomfortable with the villain, though, right?
Yeah, but like it felt a little bit pedo-y. I don't know.
Vecna is a wee bit pedo-y. He's stealing children.
Yeah, it's a villain.
Yeah, if it didn't feel tonally consistent with the rest of Stranger Things to me.
I mean, no, because my only pushback against that is we know that's what he had. We know he had, because the end of season 1 where he sicks up the fucking worm. So like it does make sense that is how it gets done. Again, I think we're overthinking it a wee bit. He's big villain, he's implanted him and stuff like that. But the worst thing about that was the CG. The CG was fucking terrible, which is mental when you consider some of the fucking AI built. And again, I'm not for AI and don't use it, but even the deep fakes that we were getting fucking years ago looked so much better than that. That looked awful. Like
what looked better, PS5 Will or like de-aged Moff Tarkin in Rogue One?
De-aged Moff Tarkin, I'm taking that all day. That wasn't that bad. It wasn't
that
great.
was ages ago.
Yeah, no, exactly.
That was like wait, was Rogue One almost like 10 years ago?
Yeah, it was. It's 2015, I think.
And there's actually an ongoing case about
2016
appearance. A court case.
Yeah, because they didn't have full permission to use.
He signed an agreement before AI was a thing, that kind of thing. Yeah.
Can I bring up the MVP of the series so far?
Please.
Would you like to guess who it is?
It's the little specky kid, the Turnbull
It's
kid.
fucking Derek. Put some praise on it. Derek is great. He's fantastic. That's the kind of shit that we're missing for this series, is an actual funny child. He's fantastic.
He was great.
I hope he survives.
I hate him so much. He's given a great performance. I just hate the character. I'm
like, he's good.
Little shit.
He's great. I fucking love Derek. Yeah, I think the thing as well though is, like, for me, it's very difficult because it is very much an ensemble cast, and a lot of every series there's always been you three go over here, you two go over here, and you four are over here, and we'll kind of blah 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 blah. Don't really care about the Jonathan, Nancy, and Steve stuff. I'm just like, pick one. And not pick one. Pick Steve and get it on with it. Like, just pick Steve and fuck Jonathan off. Jonathan's going to die. We know that. Steve's probably going to die too. But just, I don't care about that thing anymore. The other kids are less interesting to me as well now. It's like Mike and Lucas and stuff like that. Sadie Sink's very interesting.
It's funny because Mike was like totally the main character, and I really don't get that vibe this season at all.
No. I don't think he's I don't think he's a bad actor, but he's definitely not improved since he was a kid. Like I think
he's good. I think out of all of the young cast who've now grown up, I think he's in the top of like the performers.
You're not.
Are we talking about Mike?
He's not at the top. He's in the top of them.
I don't think he
is. Then Sadie Sink's way up there, but like.
For me, if you're going child actors, or child, if you're going for all the kids, Sink is by far the best.
Yeah.
Then it's maybe Dustin.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Then
also great singing voice, fantastic singing voice.
Then Dustin, and if we're including, again, we're technically not part of the OG crowd, but the new girl is actually probably ahead of Dustin. I think the new girl is fantastic. That's playing Holly. I think she's so talented. I think Mike's near the bottom for me.
I agree.
I think Lucas is better. I don't think Lucas is better in terms of he's always great, but the thing that annoyed me about season 4 was the stuff with him and I always forget Sadie Sink's character.
Sadie Sink. Max.
Sorry. Max. The stuff with Lucas and Max was great, and then they ruined it. She didn't die, but I think he's a stronger.
Millie Bobby Brown's near the bottom for me. I'm not a fan.
I don't think she's bad, but I'm. She's. It's the same. It's.
I
please can I go fight? And then she goes and fights and gets her arse kicked, and then she kind of.
I think what Millie Bobby Brown is suffering from is they've not written Eleven as growing up as well. She
Yeah.
still feels like the same
Yeah.
character who hasn't developed with the rest of them. She's
That's an
still
issue, yeah.
speaking very like
Mate,
childishly.
what's that about?
Yeah, it's there's a term for it and I can't remember what it is, but it's
Dumb?
kind of like Poor Things talks about like kind of like references about like the weird sort of fetishization of like very naive, dumb, childish sort of
Yeah.
women. And it's kind of like it's reminding me of that. And
Yeah.
I'm like, is there something like why are we doing this? Why is she not
Yeah.
speaking in full sentences?
Yeah.
Why is she still speaking like she's a child, a tiny child?
Because even
Obviously
the
they're trying to be
difference is,
16, but like
But that's what I was going to
yeah.
say. They've been 16 and she's grew up and she's been going to high school and she's got friends. I was like well, there's no need for this.
I mean,
Friends
she
never
was brought up in a
break
lab,
promise.
you know,
Nah.
so...
No,
Yeah,
but like
the
she's been
sister
hanging
didn't
around
talk
these
like
yeah.
that.
It's strange.
It's weird. It is weird.
It's not sitting right, and I don't think the rest of that main cast have gotten like enough material to really stretch and develop their craft with. It
you know
all
what I
feels
love?
very samey.
Do you know who else I love? Joe Keaney or Keeley.
Yeah, Joe Keery's fantastic.
He's great.
Cracking musician as well.
Need him as Harry Osborn. Need him as Harry Osborn. I need that dynamic. I need him and Tom Holland. I need it.
I
Really?
could see him as
Yes.
like a variant Peter Parker. If you wanted to do something
But
like that.
that's why I like him as Harry Osborn, because I think he'd be a really good Harry Osborn.
Mm.
Because he'll have that. I just need to see if he can do the flip side of being like the bad guy. But you can like Harry's supposed to be likable, especially if you've played the Paul. You don't need to listen to this, but if you played the game that was on the PlayStation 5 and sees the second game, he's very likable at the beginning, and then obviously the stuff that happens to him, it changes him. And I think he's. I honestly, I want that so fucking bad, so bad.
Mm-hmm.
Console wars are over. That's all I'm gonna say. They're done.
Oh yeah, that's true.
Everything's becoming and Steam
Cube or
when
whatever it's called.
when it releases its console, you're all gubbed.
I'm trying to think of what else. Like, is there anything else that we've not really touched on? Did we like Laura Hamilton as the army commander?
Not really.
I thought she was just.
Yeah.
I thought she was like a gardener at first. I
Yeah.
was like, just pruning the.
Yeah, like we didn't
the
really know she
tentacle
had
plant.
any status as well within those scenes because we didn't see any of the characteristic military behavior, like saluting or speaking to her with any sense of formality, or unless they called her like by her rank, which was maybe one or two times. It just
Was she not a
felt
doctor?
very
She's
sad.
doctor.
Or something like, but she's clearly someone or someone
Doctor
of something
General,
of importance because she's
Yeah.
like ordering people
General
around.
Doctor.
General Doctor. Yeah, there you go.
General Doctor. Yeah, I don't know. Like, because to me, it was like, if you're going to put a name in it, in that role, give them some. And again, we've still got.
Like, who is she? This thing, like, if you're gonna put, exactly. All right. So that's my issue with it. And again, this is again my biggest gripe with the show in general, and we've kind of touched on it already. But like, you could very much interchange any of the military type Doctor villains in any season, and it still fucking works. They're all the same type of character, and I think that's my biggest issue with the show is the show is just the same each season. As Joseph says, it's like Saturday cartoons. Yeah. And Linda Hamilton, she's a great actress. She's great, and I think they've underused her, to be honest with you, to this point. Is she dead? I can't remember if she died.
No, we didn't see it. The last thing we seen was Hop gave her a good old fucking stiff jab with a gun in his hand.
I was wondering where that sentence was going there for a second.
Fucking get your head out of the gutter. You talking about piercings and talking about get your head out of the fucking gutter.
There was a lot of crime this season.
Yeah.
Like a lot of actual
crime.
bad, you could go to jail or military jail crimes for this. They kidnap people.
Well, this is what I was going to say.
Arson.
Take him to jail. He murdered somebody.
Again, I think it goes against the kids' age because the kids are supposed to be 16, and even seeing a 16-year-old take 7-year-olds away from like police is bad enough. But when the 16-year-olds look 43, like I'm going, kind of weird. And even like fucking Nancy, Nancy looks as if she could be her mum. Like she looks older as well now, and Nancy's only supposed to be like 20. Joe Keery's as well. I think Joe Keery's my age. I think Joe Keery's like 33. Yeah, he's playing a fucking like it's this whole Glee thing where it's like, yeah, I'm 16, I'm ripped and I'm buff and I'm fucking, and you're like, no mate, you're 32 and you're on fucking roids. What are you talking about? you're in school in Scotland at 16 going, how is he doing that? And I'm fucking like, you get 3 fucking pubes hanging off your chin, calling it a beard.
You're there in gym being like, yeah, look how fucking strong we are if we've done 5 push-ups, and you're like fucking flexing. Like, you see those guys and their chiseled bodies and the tan. Whereas like if you shine a light at any high school kid in Scotland, it reflects off double the power.
Yeah.
Like you don't need one of those light reflectors on like a set in Scotland. You just get a bunch of like Scottish lads to take their top off, and it reflects the light properly.
This is the thing as well. Like I don't know if yous are this way. Like on my CV and on Spotlight and stuff, it'll be like, "Oh, what's your acting age?" And I'm like, there's times I'm like, I could pass for 25. I think I could maybe be 26. You've got these fucking 40-year-olds playing 16-year-olds, man. You're like, yeah.
I'm still in that category though. 25 to 35.
I think I can do 25, especially if I shave.
I can shave.
Mate, I nearly died. I did an advert and it's out now, right? It's for young drivers. It's
great.
34.
It's great.
I'm like, what are you talking about, young drivers? It's so funny.
I was
shout out my agent, man. Killing the game this year if you're watching.
I was back at my old college and
they
were talking about like they do like a TIE thing every year where like they've got to go around schools, talk about sex, drugs and rock and roll, and you've got to play like a 4th year, which is like what, 15, 16, and the course leader goes, "Oh, Joe, you should audition this year as well, and we'll see if you can do like direct it and stuff." And the props manager who I was talking to just started laughing directly in my face, being like, "He can't pass for fucking 16. Look at him."
Mate,
I was like,
I say this.
He's got a mortgage.
I say this every time I do a show, man. There's Waynes I'm working with that were born after 2012 and all that shit. I'm like, what?
It's awful.
Oh, mate, you're preaching it.
So
think about me.
It's so
Think
bad.
about me, man.
Right,
oh, God.
Let's talk about Stranger Things again. Let's get back to that. We love a wee tangent, but let's get back to Stranger Things. So we've kind of covered everything. In terms of the plot, we'll talk about the plot in general, and then we'll try and guess where we're going to head to these last 4 or 5 episodes. Are you interested in this thing where it's like, right, the kids are like, we need to get rid of Vecna for once and for all. We don't know where he is. We don't know what happened to him. So they're trying to find him, and they're kind of almost taking the fight to him. You've got Vecna that is, again, I don't know if this theory is correct, but like kidnapping kids for whatever, if it's whether he's making his own army, whether he's making his own kind of experimental, giving the kids powers and all that stuff, which it does look as if, because Will's got them. But the one aspect I want to ask you about is the similarities to Harry Potter with the whole
big time
vision thing
and
Voldemort.
Big time.
My assumption is now that Vecna will know that Will's got powers, he's going to somehow control, like very similar to Harry Potter with the series. Spoilers if you've not watched Harry Potter, but fuck me if you're this long and you've not watched Harry Potter. The whole thing where he would fake Sirius's death to get Harry to the, like, I feel like we're going to get that moment as well. It just makes sense to me.
And incidentally, Jamie Campbell Bower, great choice for Voldemort, I would say, for the especially a younger Tom Riddle. He could do that.
I've still got a feeling it's going to be Cillian Murphy. I think HBO are just holding on to that, and they're going.
No, he's not doing it.
No,
I'm guaranteeing you. I will be shocked if he does it.
I think
Hiddleston.
I've got a weird feeling.
Hiddleston.
I think it's Matt. I think it's Matt Smith.
I would take Matt Smith in a heartbeat. That'd be great.
Yes,
place your bets, folks. Place your bets.
What's happened to this podcast while I've been away?
See
all these innuendos that I'm fucking getting in this. Like, honest to God, yous are worse than Lucas in a tunnel with a shovel in his hand.
Hey, listen, we're gonna make this podcast soft.
SAWTFP.
I've got like a prediction for the plot.
Let's do that.
For
Let's get
how
into
this
that
is
then.
going to go. So I think what's happening is they're going to be following roughly, and I mean roughly, the plot of the old adventure module Vecna Reborn from old Dungeons and Dragons past, which the players do delve into the realm of Vecna to try and stop him once and for all. And I think they're going to be mirroring that, whereas they're going to go into his evil fortress, the big place behind the wall. They're going to have to stop the evil ritual that's happening, and then ultimately they're going to have to do something. Whereas spoilers for the old Vecna module that came out about 40 years ago, I think they're going to have to sacrifice. I know, man, sorry, but tough. I think they're going to have to sacrifice one of the kids to defeat him once and for all.
They're not all making it out. They're not all making it out.
Oh well, that's how we're gonna finish the podcast.
I think
I'm gonna give you the list, and you can tell me.
Okay, cool.
I think it's going to be very cookie cutter plot in terms of that. I don't think we're going to be overly surprised with a lot of things. And did they say a while ago that they're like, oh, we're not going to be pulling any punches with this plot here? I think they're either going to give us a lot of fake outs, or they're going to swing too far the other way and kill too many characters.
Oh, I'm very interested in this game now.
That's my predictions for going forward.
Would you like to hear my infuriating prediction?
Go on.
It'll make your blood boil as soon as I say it. Mention it.
I don't think it will.
Okay, so imagine.
Does Daisy Ridley come into it? Does Daisy Ridley come in and then take over the Jedi and say she's a Skywalker?
But not that.
My name is 11.
No. 11 Skywalker. No. I think that potentially, and I actually hope this doesn't happen, but what could happen, especially if we're saying things like, it feels like Saturday morning cartoon and whatnot, it's maybe because all of Stranger Things has been a Dungeons and Dragon game that's in the imagination of the children.
No.
And then that's it.
Because then
and
that
at
means
the
end,
we kill Vecna. We kill Vecna. They've done maybe How I Met Your Mother. They've already filmed the kids of the ending. Maybe that exists.
They didn't do that in How I Met Your Mother. They were another ones that were 40 when they were doing that at the end.
No. They filmed the kids. They had the ending,
just the opening bits. Yeah.
And then the Vecna dies and they sacrifice everybody and whatnot, and then you just see a little miniature knock over the Vecna miniature, and it's and Vecna's dead, and then you see the person that's just died alive and they hug, and it's all sickly sweet, and Oliven's there, she's a character as well, and it's look at them all, they're all normal children having a normal happy life.
I don't dislike that theory.
Dude, it was all a dream.
No, but I don't dislike it if this had been a theory for season 2.
Yeah.
Not now. It's obviously a bit too big for
that.
that.
If this was a limited series where it was a one-off, but you've had this for 5 years and
there's a way to do what Paul has said in a really tasteful and really lovely way. But I doesn't make my blood boil.
So
yeah.
Based on what Paul just said, here's my pitch for the ending, and that is that we will see a bunch of other children from Hawkins playing a campaign based on what happened.
My prediction is none of that's going to happen. My prediction is Will is going to stay in the Upside Down. Will is going to defeat Vecna.
Where he belongs.
Yeah, he's going to stay in the Upside Down, sacrifice himself. I need to go kill all the demon dogs and look after all the... so the Sadie Sink is dead. There's no getting back for her. I think that world will remain, even though it is a Henry's... It's Henry's memory, but will take the place of Henry as the controller of the Upside Down or whatever it is, and he'll be known as the Sorcerer or the Wizard or whatever he's called. Yeah, I think ultimately that's what's he'll kiss Mike, they'll have a wee wench, and then Mike will be like, didn't really like that. I like girls. And then he'll be like, well, I'll fuck off to the Upside Down then. I think that's it. But that leads me to the little game that I like to call Deed or No. So I'm going to go through all the characters, and I want you guys to tell me whether they live or die. Okay?
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Are we ready?
Can do.
Ready.
Joyce Byers.
Lives.
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 Jim Hopper.
Dead.
Dies.
Deed.
For what it's worth, I think Joyce will live, and I think Hopper will live. 11.
Lives.
Lives.
Deed.
I think she lives, but she no longer has her powers. Mike.
Lives.
Lives.
Unfortunately, lives.
Agree. I think he lives. Dustin.
Dies.
Ooh.
Lives.
Lives as well for me.
I think he
Lucas.
lives to take over Hellfire Club and make it like a properly respected club.
Yeah.
Thank you very much.
Lucas.
Exactly. Lives.
Lives, but goes to join Max.
That's dead.
Not if it's in the Upside Down, it's not.
I think Lucas lives, but there might be a fake out with Lucas.
I have the same answer as Paul, but in the correct way, that Lucas dies and ends up with Sadie Sink in the Upside Down. That means he's dead.
Sadie Sink is not dead. She is in a
Mac.
coma, and she's also in the Upside Down.
Will.
I think Will dies.
See previous.
Dies.
Yes. Dead.
I think Will
Dies.
lives,
But as
is in the
Upside
Upside
Down.
Down, and he's the only one that actually lives in the Upside Down. Max.
Dead.
Doesn't leave Upside
Dies.
Down, but isn't dead.
She's dead. She's dead in the Upside Down.
We're not
No,
playing the game
she is
properly,
in
Paul.
a-
It's live or
her-
dead. It's
Her
alive or
heart
dead.
is beating.
That's the
She
two
is
answers.
alive. She is in
Nancy.
a coma.
Nancy
Lives.
lives.
Lives and chooses neither man.
No.
Wrong. Chooses neither man.
Nancy dies, and then Steve and John choose
And
each
Jonathan
other.
get together.
Yeah, there we go.
That's
there
what
we go.
want. Jonathan.
Dies.
Dies.
Dies, correct. Jonathan is dead. He's so fucking dead. Steve.
Lives.
Lives.
I think Steve dies.
I think Steve lives, but Steve should die if they've got any fucking bottle. Fucking, I love Steve. I think he's had the best character arc. I think Steve's a wonderful
Nah,
character
you made a
in
good
this.
point actually. Yeah.
But yeah, look, do we want the nice happy ending where he has lots of kids with Nancy and all that stuff? Of course we do. But have the bottle Duffer Brothers fucking kill him. I think he lives though. Robin.
Lives.
Dies.
I think she's going to die.
Yeah. She's too quirky for this world.
Yeah.
I could see one of the two, Steve or Robin, dying and dying each other's arms. That's why I think one of the two.
Murray lives.
Sorry. Dies.
The best character, you mean? Yes, he lives.
No, we'll get to Derek.
Dies.
Erica.
Lives.
Who's Erica again?
Who?
Lucas's little sister.
Oh, lives.
Lives.
And then just Vecna dies.
Dies.
And then just two last wee ones.
I think
Holly?
Vecna dies again, but is implied to live, just so that Stranger Things has a potential to revive later down the line.
I like it, Joseph.
Gross.
I like it.
And then last two, just for funsies, Derek.
Lives.
Because
Fucking Team Derek.
Lives, yeah.
And lastly, Holly.
lives.
Yeah, she lives.
Lives. Yeah, lives.
They got to save her.
I think she dies.
No, you
One
don't.
that I didn't say as
Mr.
well is
Tumnus
don't.
gets her.
Nancy and Mike's mum and dad.
I think that
Dad dies.
I think they live, but they forget about doing anything meaningful with them in the last 4 episodes.
So this is where I'm going to disagree on, right? I should have done this for my predictions as well. So I talked about Will taking over, right? My prediction, right? And I seen a theory about this, and it makes so much sense to me. And they kind of did the flashback to the 80s with Sadie Sink's character with Max, where it was like, fucking, what's her name? Winona Ryder.
What, you mean the 50s?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. In the 50s or
Yeah,
60s?
what did I say? Fuck knows what I say. Again, Joyce went to school with Henry, and Hopper was there. Like, they were all went to high school and stuff like that. I've seen
And
the
Harrington's
theory,
dad as well.
yeah,
Steve Harrington's dad was there. Yeah.
That Mike and Nancy's mum is actually Henry's sister, because it's something to do with like character posters. They all had character posters, and her character poster linked to Vecna and stuff, and it all kind of made sense because it's never ever spoken about.
That's a good point, actually.
Who his sister is, and she never dies.
That's
but
interesting.
You see the parents die and stuff. I think she is very important for the last.
That's
few
interesting, actually.
Yeah.
The mum.
So there
That's
we go.
interesting.
Mum, yes.
Yeah.
I think just because it's been so long since I've seen anything about Stranger Things, and for me that feels a little bit shoehorny. But if it works and if it's satisfying, yeah.
How horny?
Sure. Why
She just
not?
seems to be much more of an important parent than anybody other than Joyce. She's involved more than Dusty's mum. I don't even know if we fucking met Lucas's mum. Like, other than Joyce, who is obviously a main character, she's the only other parent that's really kind of like front and center. Like, she obviously had the stuff with Billy in season 2 or 3. Like, I think she's got more to do. But we have to wait 19 days. We are 3 weeks away from, well, roughly. Who knows? Yeah, we are a few weeks away. Christmas Eve. We'll all be tucking into Christmas dinner on, because I don't think we'll get it on Christmas Eve. I think we'll get it on Christmas Day.
26th of December, we're getting it.
Oh, is it the 26th? So it's Boxing Day.
1 a.m. Boxing Day, we get
1
Stranger
a.m.
Things.
Boxing Day. So there you go. So we will find a time in between Boxing Day and New Year's Eve to give you a review of the latest. Is it 3 episodes, 4 episodes? We're getting.
Yeah, I think it's 3.
And for our American listeners,
three movies.
Boxing Day is the day where after
please
Christmas.
Explain. What is it?
Boxing Day, to our American listeners, is the day in which British people put on a pair of boxing gloves after the chaos of Christmas, and the person that
gave us the worst presents.
The person that got the most presents, and then the person that got the worst presents, like
fight it out,
battle it out. And if the person with the worst presents
winner takes
wins,
I
winner takes
remember
all.
back in 07, me and my gran putting on the boxing gloves after she got me that shitty jumper. What a wonderful Boxing Day it was. That is all for this week's episode of the With Mates podcast. Oosh, Agnes, right in the chin. Make sure you get in the comment section. Let us know what you thought of the first part of season 5 of Stranger Things. Get in the comments who's surviving, who's dying, what do you think is going to be the ending, all that good stuff. Who do you want Jonathan and Steve and Nancy to end up with? Do you want Will to end up with Mike? Do you want Eleven to do this? Like, let us know. Let us know your thoughts. Put it in the comment section. But most importantly, hit the subscribe button. Get us to 100 subscribers. We're only 2 away. I'm hoping by the time this episode comes out, we'll already have passed 100. But if we've hit 100, let's get to 200. Let's get to 300 until we hit what number, Paul?
100.
That's twice
He doesn't listen.
Twice.
He's
For the
literally got
listeners.
fucking earphones on. And
For the
doesn't
podcast listeners,
listen.
all 3 of us just put our heads in our hands. Just as Paul yet again
Get us to
hasn't listened.
100. Get us to 100 subscribers, but get us past that. We want 200, 300. What number do we want to hit, Paul? 100.
1,000.
Idiot boy. Absolute idiot
When
boy.
we have
The
Mates
answer.
awards, can we give Paul a participation trophy?
Oh
please?
yeah. Fucking. He'll need to be fair, he'll need to wrestle that off Craig when we announce the fantasy movie draft.
We do want 100, right? That's our closest milestone. But I mean, what was I supposed to go with? 1,000?
the end
a
goal?
million? What
A
is the end
billion,
goal?
Paul. We want a
million?
billion followers. That's the answer.
The
Yeah, everybody.
world is not
Yeah.
enough.
Get involved. Make sure you follow us on social media. We'll try and get some non-spoiler stuff up for any films that we see or any TV shows that we're watching. The guys will be doing the Mighty Nine, so keep your eyes and ears peeled for whenever they drop those episodes. And of course, we'll have our top 10 movies of the year. We'll probably slip in some TV stuff for Craig as well. He can tell us our top 5 TV shows of the year. And we will do our most anticipated movies of 2026 in the new year. But get involved in the conversation. Make sure you're hitting like, share, subscribe, all that good stuff. If you want to follow any of us, we are at Joseph Boone on social media. We are at Stirrit Story. We are at Craig Andrew Mooney. We are at and Alf the Grey. But don't follow us. Follow the podcast at WithMatesPod on all social media platforms. Hit subscribe. Thanks for listening. Thanks for watching. We'll see you next time. Lights on a Meiji.
We wish you a Merry Vecna. We wish you a Merry Vecna. We wish you a Merry Vecna and a happy mouth tube.
You're an odd guy.